Hi guys, I'm gonna make a vidcast. That means I've gotta start recording here too. Ready, set, go! Hi, I'm Monica Sancio, Vegan Fit, energizing you to be fit, healthy, happy, and free. And yes, I have my mic on and I am making a recording of my podcast simultaneously with my video. Cheers to you. This is some Cannelia tea that is so good for you. I talk about that on my podcast, so you've got to subscribe and listen to all the new episodes. And yes, subscribe also to get flatter, more functional, more attractive abs. Yes, and I'm keeping my abs in as I'm talking to you, most of the time at least. And yes, I believe in posture, and I believe in these 4 tips that I'm going to give you that combine fitness and personal development. Okay, we're going to start with number 1. Is you have to start breaking the habit of your old habits, breaking the habit of being yourself, like the book by Dr. Joe Dispenza, which I highly recommend, and I read, and lately I'm reading and reviewing and applying as much as possible, because it is all about how to lose your mind and create a new one. Simple, right? Not so simple, and at the same time, sometimes the simpler things like the actions that he describes here and getting into that quantum field where you can have everything you want in love, prosperity, health, abundance of everything that makes you happy and joyful and grateful is there for you. And sometimes the simple doesn't mean that it's easy, but yes, it is there for you, for me, for whoever wants to tap into that potential that you are. And you do have the power to change yourself and change those bad habits. And one of the most important things for me that combines fitness and personal development is to stop being such a bully, okay? Let's be kind to ourselves and be that loving coach, okay? I'm a no excuses with love coach. So I am strict. I do believe in discipline. I believe in focus. I believe in really, really doing what you have to do. Like, hey, you want to get strong, you want to look good, that's fantastic. But it's beyond the looking good. It's beyond the superficial. It's beyond the physical. It's mental. It's emotional. It's spiritual. Because we're going to let go of the blame, the shame, the justifying. We're going to let go of talking bad to ourselves and about ourselves or about other people. It's just like we really break that habit that we used to have. I have practically broken it thanks to Dr. Joe Dispenza. Yes, I mentioned him, and of course the personal development that I've been doing for years, especially more intensely starting in like 2011. So just when I became vegan, I decided to also go deeper into myself and what I wanted to shed. It's like, this doesn't serve me anymore, and why should I do this, right? Why should you talk bad to yourself and say bad things to yourself, like, oh, I look horrible, oh, I'm totally out of shape, or you know, even if I'm not in the best shape of my life right now, like I can be having less fat and more trim and more strong, and yes, I have a lot of pull-ups that I have to practice. You know what? I'm now getting to the point where I am satisfied and happy where I am, at the same time that I'm also reaching for my next level. And that's what it can be for you too. It doesn't matter how fit you are, it's where you're going, right? It's that not letting the self-talk be so negative and destructive. And one of the authors that I love the most about the self-talk thing, because everybody talks about it, but the one who actually goes deep into our subconscious is Noah St. John. In his book, The Secret Code of Success, and of course you can also get his book, Affirmations. They are beyond the affirmations where you just say, I am healthy, I am fit, I'm happy, I'm free. Yes, okay. That sounds wonderful, but it's more of a question now. Why? Because he explains it in the book. The point is to ask yourself what you want to be. So why am I so happy? Why am I so fit? Why am I so healthy? Why am I so wealthy? Why am I so wise? Why am I so rich? Why am I so whatever it is, so relaxed? Why am I so calm? Which is one of the ones that I have to practice more, because sometimes I get too excited and I'm like, ah. And by the way, I have not quit coffee, but I did diminish it, even though I so recommend it in my podcast because I know it's super good for you. But now I decided to tone the coffee down a little bit because I think I was getting a little bit nauseous. That means my body was speaking to me, and that's one of the things that I also recommend to you. It's, you know, to be consistent, to listen to your body and be perseverant. So whatever habit you may have that you haven't broken yet, you can do it, okay? It is possible. And we're going to be more kind to ourselves. We're going to use those affirmations. And if you want to be fitter, you just start saying, okay, you can write this one down. Take notes. Why am I so fit? Why am I so healthy? Why am I so disciplined? Why am I doing exactly what I need to do to feel good? And then you can go on and make your own affirmations, okay? So Noah St. John, thank you so much for that, because you have helped me reach a new level, okay, when it comes to my business, to when it comes to my foundation, and so many things that I have to thank Noah St. John for. Okay, next tip, number 2, meditate. Yes, we're going to make a video about meditation. We can meditate for hours. Kyle C. says he's meditating 8 hours. He says, well, some people spend 8 hours at a job they hate and wasting their life, or 8 hours on Netflix. And I'm like, meditating, therefore I am reaching higher levels of everything, of consciousness, of wealth, and I find that super interesting. I've never meditated for more than, 45 minutes at the most. But yeah, you know, you could go deep into that, whether with Kyle C's or with any of the authors that I've mentioned. And Joe Dispenza has good meditation here, and he sells audios and DVDs and programs, and you know, anything is possible. And there's so many meditation methods. And the one that I go for, because I'm more like active, is precisely the meditation that another author that I have mentioned in the podcast. Go look for that one. Meditation and movement, okay? You could also do Tai Chi, you could do swimming, you could do running, and that turns into a meditation, really, especially if it's very repetitive. But what I'm going to teach you is so simple, and since I'm doing it for my podcast and I'm also showing you on the video, it's going to be easier for you to get, okay? So you're just going to be walking and counting, basically. And then we could also, hey, for this video, for this purpose, let's actually combine the walking with the counting and also the breathing, okay? So we're going to be breathing in for 4 counts, breathing out for 4 counts, and also walking. So it's like 4 steps forward, breathing in, 4 steps forward, breathing out. Okay, you could also do 4 steps backwards. So ready, set, go. Inhale. Exhale. Again. Exhale. And if you're not so stable and you think you may fall, then you can do this. Like, okay, just keep walking forward in your normal walk, especially if you're alone, because if you're talking to people, it's going to be kind of hard. So solitude is good for many things, especially for meditation. So go. Inhale. Yeah, I don't want to trip with a mic, but let me walk with a phone, because many of us are like stuck to our phones, and this is so typical, right? Okay, so walk. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Oh, I feel so good. I feel so good already. And there's so much more we can do to feel good and to practice this. Oh, I had a timer for about 9 minutes. I guess this video is going to be a little bit longer. And I could be quick for the next 2 tips because they're pretty simple. And I talk about that all the time. And there will be more videos like this. So let me set for 2 minutes. Oh, wait a minute. Just a sec, because this is telling me to... Let's see. I'm looking for nice music to go. Oh, I like this one. Anyway, so you see, you have seen me make videos and podcasts, and I showed you on my last video that's up. I don't know when this is going to be up, but anyway, the Fit Office video where I'm actually at the office telling you how to sit, how to stretch, whether you're wearing shoes or being bare feet. By the way, you can be bare feet. Okay, so let me check this out. Just a sec and write, what is this? Okay, 4 tips of fitness and personal development. So yeah, a new episode. And then we're going to continue. You see, this is something that you didn't get on the podcast. You didn't get me stretching. And now you get me stretching, which is what we're going to talk about. So wait, just a sec, because I want to get it on the podcast as well. And, you know, since I like to, wait a minute. I was going to say, I like to multitask, but the truth is I don't. I'm not such a great multitasker. Some people say I'm ADD or ADHD, whatever it is, and I have read a lot about it, and I know about so many cases where they're medicated, but I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that. I believe that everyone, including the ADD ones, supposedly, right, are able, we're all able. Okay, let me start. Okay, so let's continue with the podcast as well as the video. So we have a vidcast here, and I was talking a little bit about being ADD, supposedly, and I don't believe in it. Why? Because we all have the capacity, we all have the possibility, we all have the power to focus when we really want to. You saw the difference? Before I was like distracted, and then I decided, even though I'm talking to you and I'm doing the podcast and the video at the same time, you know, I just focused, and I said, you know what, I'm going to focus now. And let me tell you, I have beautiful birds right in front of me. And when I have good editing skills, and or when I hire someone, maybe you're going to be able to see a lot more of my surroundings, which are gorgeous, especially in this moment. Okay, so I just proved to you that yes, I can fall. Yes, I can be out of balance. Yes, you could say I can't do two things at the same time, or I can't concentrate, but that's BS, because we can all do that. And this just proves to my point that number 3 tip is to move, is to exercise. Yes, whether you go to the gym or you do it at home or you do it at a park, health club, wherever you go, maybe you take a dance class, maybe you just do it in your room, whatever it is, but do it. You've got to get physical in order to have great personal development. So let's have 3 more minutes here. Whew. Okay, so I was timing myself. I was doing the podcast. I was doing the video. I was looking at my beautiful, they're called guacharagas. They're like hens. And some people like to eat them, but obviously I'm a vegan. I would never eat them, and I'm protecting them here, and I'm giving them all the food that I can. Anyway, so that just tells you that I love my surroundings. I love where I am. And that's also very, very important. So exercise wherever you want, and whatever makes you feel good, you've got to do on a consistent basis. Yes, because sometimes for some weird reason, we do the thing that distracts us from the real world. It's like we're addicted, you know? Yeah. Did I talk about the... Yeah, I didn't. On another video. And that's another topic for another day. But yes, basically, we're addicted to social media, addicted to Netflix, addicted to YouTube. Well, I love YouTube, of course, but sometimes, you know, we just watch video after video, too much consuming, and we're not creating. So I'm focusing now more on creating, and that's really important for your health. But I was talking about exercise. What happens is that we say we don't have time to go to the gym, we don't have time to exercise, but the truth is we're addicted to, whether it's alcohol or drinking, same thing, right? Or drinking or smoking or some drugs. And we've got to let go of those addictions and get into the groove of actually doing something that makes us feel good. Okay, so yes, let's focus more on wellness and give the priority to our own wellness. Here's some peppermint oil, by the way. Yummy. So yeah, exercise more and better, and find the activity that makes you feel good, okay? I know this makes me feel good to be creating videos and vidcasts for you. Cheers. It makes me feel good to have my tea. Love yourself. And tip number 4 is to love yourself so much that you're not going to let any bad energy penetrate your aura, penetrate your bubble, if you want to call it like that. If you want, I don't want to have negativity coming in. So how do you avoid it? It's kind of hard, because if you're a human being, you're a social being, and so you can love people, but you have to have boundaries with everyone, even the people that you truly love, whether they're your parents, your sons, your daughters, your siblings, whatever family member, or your cousins. I mean, you may love them, but not all of them have to be in your circle. And many times people are toxic, and I see so many people just like not following their dreams, not doing what they love, not taking care of themselves, because they're stuck in these patterns that are just as addictive as the activities that I mentioned before. So seriously, let's not be addicted to the approval of anyone, whether it's family, society. Nothing can derail you from who you truly are, and You have to be feeling good. And it's been proven, and this is Dr. Christiane Northrup actually wrote a book called Dodging Energy Vampires, okay? And it goes for people like me who are so energetic. Yes, I know, but we can also be empaths, and we can attract, guess what? People who rob us our power, our energy, and that is really sad. Not only because we get out of our own focus in our own life. Oh my goodness, time is up, so I'm going to have to go rush through this. Anyway, we have to have healthy boundaries with people who just like our energy and they just want to rob it, whether it's conscious or unconscious. And so, yes, by having healthy boundaries, you still love the person, but they're not capable of actually having power over you, and that takes a lot of practice. I have done a lot of personal development in that sense, and every single day I practice and reinforce my boundaries with the people that whatever, even the people that have done good for me, or the people that have done wrong for me, and everything comes back. It's like I was mentioning Dr. Miguel Ruiz in the 4 Agreements, because he talks about people who are really toxic and that are actually gossiping about others. You know what, whatever they say, it's going to go back to them as long as you remain strong and you remain like immune to any of that, what he calls kind of, how would you call it? Like a spell. Like a good spell is what I always say, hey, love and light, right? But a bad spell is what the gossip is about. So we want to be immune to the bad spells of people, and just in general, people who have bad vibes, bad energy. Maybe they don't mean to, but they're just not feeling good themselves, so they want to bring you down, okay? It makes them feel like they're over you, like they're powerful over you, but nobody can have power over you, so don't let it. I hope these tips were valuable to you, and there's so much more I'd love to talk about, but I've got to finish here by reminding you to eat and drink mostly plant-based towards vegan. Number 2, move around more, get physical, yes, and absolutely stay positive. Focus on what you can do, focus on what you have, focus on what you're grateful for, and yes, focus on what you can give, because there's so much we cannot control, and you being at your best makes all the difference in the world. So take care, love and light, kisses and hugs. See you soon. Thank you. You know what to do. On the podcast, okay, you've got to subscribe. And oh, something happened here. Anyway, I don't know what happened. Oh, I don't know. It stopped recording for some reason. All right, let me just okay. So I was telling people to subscribe here. It could be on Spotify, it could be on Apple Podcasts, wherever you're listening, do that. And absolutely love yourself. That's the most important thing. So cheers to you. Thank you. Bye-bye for now.